boys and girls. You have joined me, Miss Lisa, here at the Fayette County Public Library for Science Isn't Scary. Today we're going to be talking about erosion and erosion control. I have set up an experiment and we are going to actually try to see what controls erosion the best. This is something that you could easily do at home with some water and some dirt and rocks and grass and the different things that I've laid out here. All right, so what is erosion? Erosion is when land, either soil, dirt, grass, sand is moved from one area to another area, okay? And this is often done by torrential rains or possibly a windstorm, okay? And so today we are going to see what happens when things get eroded. So here I have set up a little beach. I have some sand and some rocks, like a beach might look. And if I were just to sprinkle some light rain on here, it wouldn't do much of anything. But if I pour a bunch of water on here, I think we will see that it washes away, which we could say is eroding. Now, boys and girls, I'm inside at the library, and so I am going to be more careful with the water than I would be if I was outside. So if you set up this experiment and do it outside, just pour the water in and see what happens, and you wouldn't have to be so worried about the carpet. All right, so we're going to take our water and we are just going to pour it in here, and as it pours, look at that erosion happen. You can see where I am pouring the water has created a big hole right here and a little bit of a gully where that sand has then moved over in this area. Okay, this is erosion, boys and girls, and this is a problem. This is something that really does happen. You don't want this happening in your yard. And so scientists have come up with ways for you to control the erosion in your yard. And if you look over here, I have set up an experiment here. Remember, with an experiment, you need to try at least 2 or 3 different ways of something in order to get our answer. So my first experiment here is just plain dirt. So we're going to wash the water away and see what happens when it comes out. Here I have put mulch. A lot of gardeners like to put mulch in their flower beds. Well, does it really help erosion? We're going to see what happens. Of course, most of us plant grass in our yards, and the roots go down, and that holds the soil in place. So this should be a pretty good way of controlling erosion. Other people put rocks in their flower beds, okay? And that does sort of filter out the rain, and does it keep the dirt from coming out? That's what we're going to do, okay? This is an actual science experiment. Let's see what happens when we pour the water in. So you're going to want to watch and see what comes out. So first of all, and again, I'm being careful. And if you were doing it at home, you could just spray the hose in there and see what happens. So we're going to put the water here, and whoop, look at what's coming out, okay? Look at all the dirt, okay? You have little particles of dirt in there. It is quite dirty, actually. All right, so let's see what happens when we have the mulch. So we're going to pour the water in. And does it come out clear, or do we get some of the dirt? Oh, wow. I am sort of surprised. Oh, and it's going to overflow. That's why we have boxes underneath. Oh, some people catch a little bit of water here. All right, so the mulch, look at that. That did a lot better than this one. That was pretty interesting. All right, what about the grass? I'm actually going to dump that out, guys. All right. All right, what about the grass? Is it going to control erosion? Let's pour the water in. Okay, right now we've got some mud, a little bit. But once we let the water settle, we might be able to see here which one is the best. And finally, we're going to do the rocks. I need my other jug of water. And let's see what happens when we pour the water in here. And out it comes. Again, some of the dirt is coming with it. I'm surprised. That's a little dirty. Okay, and remember, boys and girls, with a science experiment, you should always try it more than once. And so if you look at the experiment, really what happened was in our first round, the mulch did the best job of keeping the soil in place. Here you can see that some of the soil has come out. You have a little bit of that sediment at the bottom. Some of the soil has come out here. And we have quite a bit of the soil here too. All right, boys and girls, so Erosion control is a real thing. This is something fun that you can try at home. Not too hard to set up. All right. That's what we've talked about today. I hope you'll come again and join me in 2 weeks on a Tuesday. Come join me here at the Fayette County Public Library for another cool science idea. Bye now.